Charlie, look what you've done to Little Richard. These are not Little Richard's shoes.
You have got to see this.
These are all your shoes.
Now she can. With PCS Vision from Sprint, you could do more, like take, send, and receive full-color pictures right on the phone on the largest enhanced nationwide PCS network.
Who took the picture of Little Richard?
Did you get that? It's wild, isn't it?
It's totally wild.
PCS Vision from Sprint. Clearly, a whole new way to look at wireless.
Tomorrow at 10, if you're thinking about selling your car, we've got some tips to help steer you in the right direction and get the most money out of it. Tomorrow on the original 10 o'clock news.
Officials have recovered more than 12,000 pieces of debris, but so far none of it provides any critical answers to why the shuttle broke apart. Tonight, NASA officials doubt that a piece of debris that hit the shuttle on liftoff may have been the cause of the disaster as first speculated. Also, police arrested 2 Texans for stealing pieces of the Columbia. They pleaded innocent to the federal charges. And investigators have released 911 tapes from Saturday's disaster. Here's part of those recordings.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Martin Quigley. I'm with J. Kingdom Construction. We just saw something very strange in the sky, almost directly above Nacogdoches. Almost looks like a plane might have blown up, and there's still a bit of a vapor trail. It is well past us to the southeast of Nacogdoches, but you can hear it now.
Okay. I know there's nothing you can do about it, but the Challenger was coming in this morning and it blew up. It always comes right in over our driveway out here off of 343.
Yes, ma'am.
And it blew up. I don't know how, but it
I understand, ma'am.
explosion you heard.
Okay, well, that's what we think we heard, but we're not really sure, ma'am.
Officials say they recorded dozens of calls. Well, the Columbia crash investigation is expected to last several months, so keep it here on Fox 12 Oregon. We'll bring you the latest as NASA searches for clues to what brought the Columbia down.
Here is the latest tonight in the showdown with Saddam. Secretary of State Colin Powell makes his case to the UN today, insisting that Iraq is hiding weapons. So far, mixed reaction to that speech from the countries who've been resisting an all-out attack on Iraq. And the top inspectors are heading to Baghdad this weekend for talks which might be the last chance at peace. And now, more about that speech today by Powell. The Secretary of State used aerial pictures and audio tapes which he hoped would make the case that Iraq has been lying to inspectors from the very beginning. The aerial pictures appear to show Iraqi guards clearing out bunkers just days before inspectors arrive. And on the tapes, you can hear the voices of alleged Iraqi officers discussing how to hide outlawed weapons.
We evacuated everything. We don't have anything left. Note what he says. We evacuated everything. We didn't line it up for inspection. We evacuated it to make sure it was not around when the inspectors showed up.
Powell says the tapes were actually military calls the U.S. was able to intercept. In all, Powell says satellite photos and other intelligence show cleanup activities at 30 sites in the days before the inspectors arrived. On biological weapons, Powell said 4 defectors, all of whom said that Iraq had biological weapons labs were hidden in rail cars to conceal the program from inspectors. And the threat of war is driving gas prices up. The average price in our state tonight is $1.50 per gallon for regular unleaded. Analysts say prices have been on the rise since President Bush delivered his State of the Union address last week. Portlanders say they are feeling the pinch.
I drove up and looked at the sign, oh my gosh. But if it's empty, you don't have many choices. Just don't drive as far. I was just sitting there thinking, okay, now I'm going to have to really conserve on this tank.
I pay absolutely no attention whatsoever to what it costs.
Why?
Because what am I going to... I'm certainly not going to drive around town and look for a cheaper price because then it wastes gas.
Well, for the first time in 2 years, Oregon's average gas price matches the national average of $1.53 per gallon. Portland's average cost is $1.56, and Vancouver area drivers pay about $1.45 on average. Be sure to keep it right here on Fox 12 Oregon for continuing coverage of the showdown with Saddam. We'll have the latest tomorrow on Good Day Oregon and back here on the 10 o'clock news.
In news from across America tonight, a preliminary hearing is set for Oklahoma City bombing conspirator Terry Nichols. That hearing is set for May 5th, and it will determine if Nichols will be tried on 160 counts of first-degree murder in the 1995 bombing. Nichols is already behind bars for life on manslaughter charges for his role in the tragedy. He faces a possible death sentence if convicted of those murder charges. 2 swap meet entrepreneurs are under arrest in Florida tonight. Instead of selling knockoff stereos and cheap handbags, the men were caught doing unlicensed dental work to shoppers in the parking lot. According to police, the suspects would take willing customers out to their Honda Accord, and they would operate right in the back seat. The fake dentists were busted after a teen came forward and said his new gold caps caused his gums to turn purple. In Georgia, officials are waiting for the test results of what appears to be contaminated blood. The CDC is on the case, testing and retesting samples. The Red Cross reported the problem last week. In fact, a quarantine notice went out to about 140 hospitals in Georgia, northern Florida, and South Carolina. Many surgeries are postponed tonight until the problem is fixed.
And now news from around the world tonight, a sad farewell to one of the 7 Canadian teenagers killed in an avalanche. Nearly 1,000 people attended Daniel Arato's funeral today. Arato and 6 classmates were killed in the Canadian backcountry on Saturday. It was the 2nd deadly avalanche in that area in the past 2 weeks. While grieving families are looking for accountability, some of the parents have reportedly hired a lawyer to launch a joint lawsuit. In Mexico, some very happy parents are celebrating the separation of their conjoined twins. It took a team of 35 doctors and nurses to perform the operation. The 6-month-old twins were born facing each other and were joined at the chest. They shared a liver and some heart tissue. The girls are expected to be in intensive care for the next 2 months.
Well, you may have Nigeria scam letters flooding your email, demanding your help with $1 million in a foreign account.
And now some people are fighting back, scamming the scammers. I-Team 12's Carrie Tomlinson is here now to explain that. Carrie?
Well, the Nigeria scammers try to convince you to give them money. Now the tables are turned. Some people are tricking the people who are trying to trick them, and they're using their imagination to get it done.
Commander Riker gets his own passport. Nigerian scammers agree to star in porn films, all part of what some call the new internet blood sport, scam baiting.
Okay, what do I need to do?
You will always tell me anything you receive from the bank, and always remember that this business is very, very secretive.
Just as I-Team 12 lured a Nigeria scammer into a trap, so do the scam baiters. But they take on a name and character with comedy in mind. Dr. Philip A. McCracken, a Commander Riker lookalike. Mr. Pleasure, a porn filmmaker. They draw the scammers into long conversations designed to waste the scammers' time and resources. A scam baiter using the name David Lee Roth says he'll go for their money deal if he can marry one of the scammer's daughters. The scammers agree, instantly calling him husband and brother. In the end, the scam baiter convinces the scammers to wait for him at airports, holding signs with his name. Another scam baiter, using this picture, persuades the scammers to show up here, a place in Amsterdam with webcams pointed outside. The scam baiter watches from overseas as the scammers wait and wait. All the pictures, all the letters posted on the web for even the scammers to see.
I suppose it would be a happy ending if the scam baiters could then turn all of their information over to police and catch the bad guys. But it is not that easy with so many cases, so many victims, and also these cases crossing international lines. Now, the Secret Service says this does sound entertaining, but don't try this at home. Just delete the email because they say you don't know who among the scammers will be angry enough to seek you out if you try to trick them. Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
Well, here is a story that will probably give music fans the creeps. A lot of stores let shoppers sample new releases by using headphones. You may have used them. But health officials say you may get more than an earful of the hottest tracks. Those headphones, they say, often carry head lice. High school nurses have noticed an increase in head lice, and they say they have put those headphones on their list of things not to share.
Hey, more American Idol hopefuls have made it to the next round. KPTV's Christine Polara has more from Los Angeles.
We're on the soundstage of American Idol, where last night there were 8, but tonight there are 2 contestants that are one step closer to becoming the next American Idol. 8 million of you voted, and now Julia D'Amato and Charles Grigsby are on their way to the finals of the competition. Now, America may have spoken, but was it what the judges wanted to hear?
Well, not quite what we thought would happen, but, you know, we're happy. Listen, I mean, you know, some good kids won, and the 3 that were sitting there were all really good, but we thought that Kimberly would, you know, go on, but I think, you know, we got a wild card show coming up, so who knows, she may land on there because we still believe in her.
I meant what I said in there, which was you've got to raise your game here, because I know what's coming down the line. There are some awesome singers. Next week's group, there are 2 singers in that group who are unbelievable. So, you know, they're through to the 10, but they're going to have to raise their game.
Well, the Idol god has tossed out the challenge to next week's contestants. Will they rise to the occasion? I guess we'll have to wait and see. In Los Angeles, I'm Christine Pilara for Fox News.
It's getting pretty good now, and you can see the next installment of American Idol right here on Fox 12 Tuesday night. That starts at 8.
I'm surprised Kimberly didn't make it on.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Really good. Well, the Blazers are on a roll, but could they contain the heat in Miami?
Tim Becker is in next with all the highlights.
And just watching this video is probably enough to make you breathless. We'll take you to the race of all races that puts your Stairmaster to shame. First Live Local, the 10 o'clock news is back in 2 minutes.
Live from the Yard, Garden, and Patio Show. See the latest trends and tools for your home. Plus, learn to plant roses the right way for great blooms this spring. And turn your least favorite room into the best room in the house. See what's popular at Elkhorn Furniture this Saturday at 8 on Good Day Lifestyles.
This segment of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Honda. See your Honda dealer today to learn more about the great value Honda has to offer.
This is it. It's the final phase. The owners of Thomasville Home Furnishings are announcing the final phase of this unprecedented store closing liquidation. The situation has been surveyed and the time is here. Thomasville Home Furnishings has unloaded additional warehouses. Do not delay. If you've shopped our showroom during this liquidation, you owe it to yourself to return. The holes have been filled with fresh merchandise. We must sell now. This is that once-in-a-lifetime chance to buy fine furniture, bedding, and accessories at or near wholesale. It's the final phase of the store closing liquidation at Thomasville Home Furnishings, and like us, we go.
It was Letter of Intent Day for college football, and the Beavers picked up quite a few local players. Details coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Gonna have a good time, gonna do it my way. This is my kind of heaven, and my kind of day. Hey, hey, gotta say, live it up my own way. My own way.
Behold the colossal macho meal from DQ. We're talking a massive triple cheeseburger, a large order of golden fries, and a 32-ounce drink, all for just $3.99. And don't forget DQ for a Valentine's Day cake. Think you can handle it? DQ's something different.
Portland Metro Ford dealers bring you Monster Jam, presented by Ford Trucks. U.S. Hot Rod Monster Truck Racing is back in Portland, featuring Medusa, Blue Thunder, Spider-Man, Bounty Hunter, the legendary Grave Digger, and more. Plus Pro Arena trucks and kids seats are still just $5.
Wait a minute. Just $5?
$5. Monster Jam. Brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Rose Garden.
Welcome back. It is payoff time for college football coaches who have courted after and convinced and clamored after high school players to sign on the dotted line. And Oregon State did a better job of keeping it local, signing 5 Oregon athletes compared to just 1 by the Ducks. 4 of those 5 got together and made a day of it at the Mac Club in front of friends and family, coaches, and reporters as they signed letters of intent to play for the Beavers. Here's a quick flyby ID check now. Lake Oswego's Keith Robertson right there, joined by fellow Lake O teammate Andy Darkins, Central Catholic quarterback Ryan Gunderson, and Lebanon tight end Zach Hagemeister at the other end. And, you know, they didn't win any Oscars, but by gosh, they had the thank you speeches ready anyway.
I just want to thank all my teachers, all my friends, just for being there.
I would like to thank my coaches and my family. First off, my mom is Marianne, and my dad is Jeff.
I'd like to thank them for supporting me big time.
My AD, Ron Williams. And I also like to thank my coaches for supporting me.
I also want to thank Mark Schaff and Dennis Stone, my basketball coaches. And then Matt James, my personal trainer.
Personal trainer, you know, it went on and on, but you get the idea. Big day for all those kids, and Dennis Erickson, who landed them. The only Oregon player not on hand, Roy Schuning, an offensive lineman from Pendleton. As for the Ducks, well, they're taking some heat for ending up with only one homegrown player, but they did land a few highly sought-after kids from elsewhere. Their one and only recruit from in-state, though, is a dandy. Dante Rosario is the State Player of the Year from Dayton, where he led the Pirates to the 2A championship. The Ducks like him as a linebacker, but he's an all-around terrific athlete, having also rushed for over 1,200 yards this season. They do need defensive help and also landed a solid cornerback, Ryan Gilliam from Tallahassee, who passed up Florida State to play for the Ducks. Offensively, Oregon loaded up on quarterbacks, signing Brady Leaf, younger brother of Ryan Leaf. Dennis Dixon is a hot shot out of California. And Johnny DeRocher from Bethel High in Washington is ranked among the top 10 quarterbacks in the country. Portland State signed 23 players to letters of intent, including Beaverton High star Jordan Sen. Sen was both Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year in the Metro Conference, but he will suit up on defense at safety for the Vikings. On to hoops now. The Blazers are officially enjoying the All-Star break right now after closing a 3-game road trip tonight in Miami. Coming off a win at Orlando last night, they did find themselves having to play catch-up to the Heat early. Caron Butler slams for the early 4-point lead. But Portland closes the first half with a 14-2 run. Scottie Pippen, 25 points last night, was even better tonight. Still second quarter, Rasheed Wallace keeping hope alive, packs it down. They trail by 5 at the break. Third quarter, it's anybody's game. Derek Anderson to steal. He's hammered on the layup. Now look at Wallace. He didn't appreciate it too much. And he's going to take a pop at, boom, right there at the camera down there. Back to Scotty, though. A jumper for the fourth quarter lead, and they just lay it on thick after that. Wallace going to put them ahead by 10 late in the ballgame from the baseline, and they win again, 101-87. Pippen's 26 points, a new season high for him. Wallace adds 22 for the Blazers, who have now won 22 of their last 27 games.
Will Rasheed get in trouble for that little...
He got a technical foul just before that, but nothing became of that. So we'll see. I don't know. The league might look at the tape, though.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Tim.
An update to our top stories in the Pinpoint Forecast just ahead in the 11 o'clock headlines.
And put on your running shoes and grab some water. Ah, to heck with it. Sit on the couch. We'll show you some other people running up thousands of stairs, okay? Your first live local 10 o'clock news is back after this.
Homeowners expect a certain quality of life, like a safe community, good schools, and a comfortable home. That's what it's like to live in a JLS custom home.
HVAC Viteri, a certified heating installer, providing comfort and efficiency throughout your home, specializing in air conditioning, duct cleaning, and gas lines. 503-649-3458.
JLS Custom Homes. Better homes for better lives. On the web at jlscustomhomes.com.
When you eat Gardetto's snack mix, you don't fool around. Bold, hearty, a robust mix of flavors with a hefty crunch. Gardetto's, snack like you mean it.
Portland Metro Ford dealers bring you Monster Jam, presented by Ford Trucks. U.S. Hot Rod Monster Truck Racing is back in Portland, featuring Medusa, Blue Thunder, Spider-Man, Bounty Hunter, the legendary Grave Digger, and more. Plus Pro Arena trucks and kids seats for still just $5.
Wait a minute. Just $5?
$5. Monster Jam, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Rose Garden.
This segment of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show, February 5th through 9th at the Portland Expo Center.
Sportsman, this is the big one, the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show at the Expo Center, February 5th through the 9th. There's something for everyone, fishing and outdoor gear, boats, even wildlife art. See the Head and Horns competition, plus free seminars and demonstrations, like survival tips from Peter Kummerfeld, presented by Subaru. Outdoor cooking tips at the Johnsonville Camp Cooking Area, presented by Albertsons. The Baxter Auto Parts free trout pond for kids 12 and under. And for man's best friend, the Ralston Purina Information Center. It's a great Northwest tradition.
Now it's time to take a look at the 11 o'clock headlines. Some abused dogs are ready for adoption. A convicted rapist is heading back to prison, and a 5-year-old Kennewick girl is missing tonight, and Washington state authorities are using a new tool to help find her. They used an Amber Alert. KPTV's Jamie Wilson joins us now live from our master control room with more. Jamie?
Well, just like in any TV station, this is where all of our programming is controlled. And when Washington issued that Amber Alert today, it came in here right to our emergency alert system right over there. And our master control operators punched it up and sent it to your television set. Now, the alert was for this little girl. Police say 5-year-old Sophia Juarez disappeared from her home in Kennewick, Washington last night. Investigators have no evidence of a kidnapping just yet, and that's why the alert was not posted on highway reader boards. Clark County authorities say a true Amber Alert is meant for abductions with a suspect description and a license plate for drivers to watch out for. Now, if you have any information about Sophia Juarez, you are asked to contact Kennewick Police. Their number is 1-800-841-7953. Live in Master Control, I'm Jamie Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
A Clark County jury has found a serial rapist guilty of attacking another woman at the Vancouver Mall. 42-year-old Billy Joe Hemingway appeared in court today to hear that verdict. Hemingway was convicted of raping a young mother in the mall's food court bathroom while she held her child. Hemingway had just been released from prison last June after serving 15 years for raping a woman in Nevada. He will likely serve life in prison.
Good news tonight regarding some of the nearly 600 dogs found living in terrible conditions in eastern Oregon. Tonight, some of those little pooches are finding new homes. About 75 of the dogs are here in Portland, and they are up for adoption. Most of them are being held at the Oregon Humane Society. Officials there tell us that about 12 dogs were adopted today.
Good for those people adopting those dogs. Big challenge, as we told them people earlier, but they're up to it.
Yeah.
Rod Hill's taking a look at what's going on with the weather coming up. Clear days.
Yeah, skies are still clear tonight, Wayne, and you can see the chilly conditions resulting from that. 36 degrees at the airport right now. This is an east wind flow overall, so it will be chilly all the way to the Oregon beaches. Astoria tonight at 40 degrees. You'll be down near freezing as well tomorrow morning. 25 to 35.
Oh, a Renaissance home.